everyone. Welcome to Real Estate Right Now. We're talking about real estate matters that matter to you. My name is Jay Izzo. We are live here from Linden Craft Team Studios here in Raleigh, North Carolina, part of the Greater Research Town Park. If you can't tell by my colorful jacket, it's a holiday show is what it is. We always do a holiday show, and I generally bring her back every year since we've been doing this show to do something with the holidays, decorating or getting your house ready to sell or whatever it may be. And so we brought her back, Kristy Slater, Raleigh Show Homes. You know her. She comes on probably 3 times a year where we bring her in to help us do decorating ideas and things like that. And she came up with a brilliant idea for me. She said, how about if we talk about how to do stress-free last-minute decorating for the holidays? And I said, oh my gosh, Kristy, you're genius. Because I think it's a great idea. So something that we don't normally do is she's actually going to build things during the show here. And so that's why we got the table out in front here of us. And it's going to be really cool. Kristy, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's so good to have you back. And you're so good at what you do. Tell people what you do for Raleigh Show Homes.
So I'm the lead staging designer. So if your house goes on the market, I'm the one that puts the furniture in place and make it all feel cozy and homey, and it evokes that emotional connection to the buyer.
And now we're going to do something a little different, because this isn't. Yeah, I suppose we could do this if we're putting a home on the market, but we're actually going to do something. There's these times. Where you and I both know, and I'm maybe guilty yet. You probably are not, but I am guilty of kind of waiting till last minute.
No, I am. I'm guilty.
Okay, and then you go, you're having this little Christmas party or get together.
Exactly.
And you're going, oh, I have not decorated, and I don't necessarily want to go up to the attic and bring the tree down.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
But I want to at least have it a little bit holiday spruce up, right?
Yes.
And you said, you know what? You can do this stress-free just with items around the house.
Yeah, that's correct.
So walk us through some ideas that people can do. And because sometimes it's okay, do I dare admit it? Sometimes you just don't want to bring the Christmas stuff out.
Right. That's why I travel for Christmas. It's stress-free, drama-free. You don't have to put anything away at the end.
Is it me, or is it not taking them down so much, but putting them back?
Yes. The storage of it is not fun.
Right?
Right. It's not fun.
I don't like putting the stuff back.
No.
I don't mind taking it out.
Right.
I just want to hire somebody to put it all back.
Yeah.
Is what I want to do.
Or hire the whole thing out.
or hire the whole thing out, which they could probably do with you.
Oh yeah.
Right?
They could do. Yeah.
So
sure can.
So here's the thing. Talk us through, what's some things that we can do, last minute, stress-free ideas that we can do to get a little Christmas feel or a little holiday feel.
Sure. So I think the number one thing is don't feel like you have to rush out and purchase things. Most of the time you have leftover Christmas decorations that you really didn't use, and they're just sitting there in a pile. Think outside the box, right? Look at your everyday objects and think outside of the box. How can I use this in a different way? And so when you approached me about coming on the show, I was trying to think of ideas, and I was like, how often you get caught off guard and you're like, oh, I had this last minute guest coming.
Right.
Now I got to put something together. So I decided to do just this, make something come together with everyday objects.
All right. So we've got a bunch of stuff here, and then you have your Santa bag of stuff. You got a Santa bag of stuff here.
Yes.
Talk to us about what are you doing here? What are we planning to do with what we have here? And I'll hold whatever you need me to hold.
Sure.
So what do we got going on here?
Okay. So I have just a simple placemat and a platter, a water cruet, and a vase.
Okay. And what are we doing here? What's the purpose here?
So we're creating a 2-minute table topper.
2-minute table
topper.
I love this. The Kristy Slater 2-minute table topper.
Yes.
Is what we're doing.
So you can go outside and get fresh clippings, or you can use something artificial as I got here. So I just got some clippings here, and I'm going to be putting them in this vase, but I have a little surprise.
So we've got this. So I called this a carafe.
Yes, it's a water carafe and just a simple vase.
Okay. I used to think of them as wine crafts.
Yeah, it could be water or wine. You make it any way you want. Here, you hold those for just
okay,
a second.
I'll hold these.
All right, so everyone has these little mini ornaments.
Oh yeah,
right.
I've got a bunch of those just around somewhere.
Yeah. So what we're
so we're filling up the craft with the little mini ornaments.
Yeah, to give it a little look.
Oh.
And a simple ribbon. Any kind of ribbon.
We're gonna tie a ribbon around the craft.
Leftover ribbon. So we're just gonna.
And we're gonna put a little bow around the neck of the carafe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something simple here.
Okay.
And then I'm
gonna give you back these clippings.
We're gonna put the greenery in here. Just simply hide the stems here.
Okay.
And then in my sandbag.
Oh, now she's pulling out the sandbag. Okay.
Little woodland animal here.
Oh, she's got a little like owl. Was it an owl?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's got a little owl. Okay.
And so I've got a little battery operated light. I'm gonna stick this in the vase here.
Oh, look at that. So you put this in the little round vase.
Yeah.
The lights.
Yeah.
And you didn't do anything. You just stuffed them in there.
Yeah, just stuffed them in there.
And then put the little electric. Is it an electric candle or real candle?
This is just a regular votive candle.
Okay, votive candle. Okay. On top of the vase.
Just creating a candlestick that's lit below. And then this is just a picture frame that I covered with old scrap wrapping paper.
Oh my gosh.
And then you just place it here. So there you go.
Okay, we did that in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
We put that together in less than 2 minutes. And what we've got, I'm looking at it in the camera.
Yes, look how darling that is.
That's just, that's amazing because it really does. In 2 minutes, we just really, really lifted, and you just took a regular plate.
Yeah.
It's in regular plate.
Placemat, a picture frame, a candle.
This is stuff that we probably have lying around the house.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, how creative is this that you took the picture frame and then wrapped it in wrapping paper?
Yep.
And jazzed it up, and then you were able to kind of color coordinate it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So well, I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's like that's just amazing. The little, I was just in one of the major pharmacies. I'll just say I was in Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, if you want to be a sponsor, please let us know. And they had the little switch-on lights.
Uh-huh.
For less than $5.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't a big budget item.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And in fact, they had white ones that had snowflakes on them,
mm-hmm.
and they had red ones with partridges.
Oh, fun. Oh, that sounds cute.
Right. Well, just look at the front of my Jeep because the partridges are red. And I put them in the front of my Jeep, the red partridges that I could flip on, and you can see the red partridges in the front of my Jeep.
That shows a lot of holiday spirit.
Yeah,
doing the car decoration.
Yeah, so I've got right inside my windshield are 10 red partridges that I turn on when I drive down at night. Right.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
But I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Chances are you do have more things around the house than you think.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this watercraft, whatever we want to call it, is something that sits in the back of my pantry that I haven't pulled out in forever.
Exactly.
I've got a little vase.
Yeah,
I have that crystal vase that was given to me that sits in the bottom of the cabinet that hasn't been, that's doing nothing but collecting dust.
Exactly.
And then to do all this, that's really, really, really cool. What a neat idea. And we put this on a table setting or something like that.
Yeah, on top of like your dining table or your kitchen table or maybe like an island or something. So this is just like a tablescape for anything. But I have another one.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
So, all right.
This is really, really cool.
Right.
Okay, can I help you here? I'll take the owl and I'll grab
the vase.
I'll grab the vase.
So same thing. We're going to be working with a placemat. We're going to be creating, like, now if you're going to be entertaining and you need to put out something, a centerpiece on the table, kitchen or dining. So we're going to start with the placemat and the platter.
Okay, placemat, platter. Okay.
All right.
We've got that.
This is just a regular dinner napkin.
Okay.
It just happens to have Christmas colors on it. So I'm just going to lay that here.
Okay, you're going to lay that over the edge. Kind of just
give it a little.
Yeah, just not something interesting, right? I mean, this is the thing, right? Don't make everything so symmetrical. Make it a little interesting, right?
Oh yeah, I think that some of the best things are asymmetrical. I perfectly imperfect.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
A piece of greenery. We all have these little sprigs that have broken off from something.
So that looks like like one of those things that happens to me with the fake Christmas tree,
Yes.
right? Or
Right.
the fake wreath that
Well,
they came apart and you kind of just
yeah.
put the
Well,
pieces put together. And
exactly. But save these because they work great on bookshelves and
how great is
and
this?
placing on the table for
Folks, if you're listening to us, you do not understand this bag of
Santa tricks.
goodies that she has in her Santa bag, but she's got all this.
All right, this is just a pine cone, a found pine cone from outside.
Okay,
I
that goes right in
sprayed
the
a
middle.
little glitter on it. Yep.
So you took a little gold spray glitter.
Spray glitter. This is just an old ribbon that came off from a present.
Old red ribbon.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Just gonna set that there.
Okay. We're going to take an old red ribbon and put it next to the green, on top of the greenery with the gold
So
pine
this is going
cone.
to be your silverware holder. Again, just another vase and a scrap piece of wrapping paper in there.
Oh my gosh!
And your silverware. Now you're all set for for dining.
So now you got your silver. This is a silverware caddy.
Yeah.
But it's got the Christmassy look and feel. And how clever is that? And it's so simple. We did it again, less than 2 minutes. We put it together, and it just brightens up everything. I know, folks, that if you're listening to us, you can't see the brightness of it, but it really is. We got this little red ribbon with the gold pine cone tucked in the middle of this broken up branches, scrap branches from from either the wreath or the tree, the fake tree that you had. And then she took a square vase, rectangular vase, I should say, took some wrapping paper, put it inside, and then put the eating utensils inside that. That is just so stinking clever. Put it all on the plate with the thing. Oh my gosh, it dresses it up so neatly.
And it's stuff that you have around the house, and it's repurposing and recycling. That's what I try to do, is think outside the box of things. We're going to take that little perfect box and we're going to go, we're going to blow it up and think outside the box and recycle.
I love, this is the thing. I think that sometimes people feel like, oh my gosh, we got to spend a ton of money to, go, and I got to buy something new. And all it's going to do is it's going to accumulate more stuff, right?
Exactly.
And how many of us are out there, you're listening to me or watching, are like going, oh, you know what? I'm going to buy more stuff only to accumulate more stuff, to not know what I'm going to do with it. And then it just sits there, versus saying, well, what can I recycle in the house?
One of the worst things that we do is society today. We're such a materialistic purchasing, and I come from a background. My mom worked at a landfill for many years. So I was raised to reduce, reuse, recycle. It's so important. And especially today with all the consumerism. That's why I like to think and repurpose things, look at things in a different light, and how can I repurpose them and make them something interesting. And, we accumulate stuff, and all it does is create visual clutter. And in psychology, they have proven that when you have a lot of stuff in your visual area, that it kind of creates this anxiety that you may not even be aware of.
Sure.
And so for me, I like more of a Zen space. For me, less is more.
Right.
For me, my eye and insanity really relies on having less visual stuff to have to look at.
Well, it's as a psychological professional myself, I don't think we push the creativity button enough in our own brain, because we buy our creativity.
That is true.
Right. We typically buy it. So we go, oh, look, that's pretty. I don't have to do that. I'll just buy that and put it on the table, versus pushing our own creativity button and going, well, what do I have?
Right.
I mean, we all have scraps of wrapping paper
and ribbon.
And I mean, I even have, you've probably seen them, the wine bottle little
the bag that you get, gift bags.
The gift bags, right? And they're Christmassy and everything like that. And you don't throw them away.
No, I know. I've got tons of them.
Right. You don't throw them away. You keep them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, even with something like this, right? I mean, you could probably even take your watercraft, put it inside there, and come up with something fairly creative.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Or, there's probably, like, buying the little, if you probably have some around the house, right? little electric tea lights or little light or
mhm.
battery operated lights like
Yeah.
they have, or like you probably have those little the battery switched
Yes.
lights
Yes.
that you could put in the bag.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in a dark area, light those bags up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I think one of the very inexpensive ways of creating a Christmas look is taking all those Amazon boxes that we
Yeah.
all have collected
Yeah.
and wrap them in like presents and set
Right.
them around the house like real presents.
Right.
How inexpensive is that? It's just wrapping paper,
Yeah,
tape.
what a great idea
Mhm.
to do that. And I think we don't think about the things that we have. Do you have some other things that you
Mhm.
think of that you like to like help people jam with some of these ideas? Because some of these are cool.
Like DIY stuff
Yeah.
that okay. So I think a house that's very welcoming should evoke all of your five senses, right?
Yeah. Right.
Everything. And so from the moment that they're walking up to your house, it's a
Right.
visual thing. They're seeing your lights, your front door.
Right.
Then as you open up the door and they see lights and your tree and mantle. So
Right.
that's the visual. The smell, creating that ambiance of whatever you're cooking, or if you're not cooking and you're just serving hors d'oeuvres and you want your house to smell good, the simple things like a stovetop potpourri with cinnamon and some orange and clove or something, and you just simmer it, and it just creates this lovely smell.
What a great I don't want to move past that because smell, aromas
Mhm.
evoke memories and all sorts of good things. And people
Absolutely.
overlook at it. I mean,
Mhm.
and I don't know why we overlook at it. I mean, there's a whole multi-billion-dollar perfume industry for both men and women that
Mhm.
right
Yeah.
that we tap into. But I think I have a bottle of cloves
Mhm.
that may be close to 25 years old
Right.
in there, right?
Mhm.
But then I'm thinking about that. How many of those spices, like nutmeg,
Mhm.
that I don't use really very frequently, right?
Yeah.
I've got sticks of cinnamon
Mhm.
that. What am I going to do with sticks of cinnamon?
Well, now you know.
Right? I mean, right?
Yeah.
But I could throw them in there, right?
Yeah.
And then the fruit peels,
The orange citrus.
the orange, even the
Yep.
lemon,
Yeah,
right?
lemon lime.
The lemon
Yeah.
lime that can
Yeah.
work really, really well.
Mhm.
And we're just simmering them in water.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of potpourri if you
Right.
just go searching for them. Yeah.
Right. And I
Mhm.
mean, you probably have everything in your pantry in your house
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
actually
almost.
do this, to actually create probably
Mhm.
something fairly pleasant.
Absolutely.
And in
Most people
fact, somebody may have gifted you potpourri.
do. Mhm. Yeah, I've
And
gotten some in the past.
I
the
have
real
some.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I have some potpourri. People gifted it to me.
Mhm.
It's sitting in the plastic bucket
Mhm.
with all the other Christmas stuff. I just haven't pulled it out.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
Okay.
I think there's things that you probably have.
Yes. Especially if you have essential oils, you can put those in there as
Oh,
well.
good. Yeah.
Mhm. So then, moving on. So you have the sight, you have the smell, you have the taste, which would be the food, and whatever you're
Touch.
serving. Touch. You have. For me, I like a lot of textures in my house, from everything
Okay.
from linens, the tablecloth, to
Mm,
cozy throws over the couch. And an easy decorating tip too is take a simple pillow and wrap some ribbon around
Right.
it and set it in a chair, and all of a sudden it looks really festive.
Okay. The only sense that we've missed is the audio hearing.
Oh, we gotta have the music in the background, or a roaring fire, or
Okay. Right. So, everybody's got a different taste in music. Is there something that there's a go-to? Because I mean, I have go-to music.
Okay, yes. So I'm not a classic Bing Crosby, kind of old school stuff.
So I am an old school. Okay.
Again, to me, it feels kind of stodgy a little bit for me. I like more of a modern.
Okay.
I love Nora Jones.
Okay.
I love her music.
Well, I love her voice.
I love her voice.
Yeah, her
and
voice is
so
outstanding.
her that's my go-to is
Okay.
Nora Jones.
Well, we have if you have you can get free Pandora accounts or and if you belong to like Amazon Music or whatever your listening music choices, there's so many options now. I mean, they even have Yacht Rock Christmas. Right? I mean, I just heard it today.
That's funny. I didn't know there was a thing.
Yeah, it's called Yacht Rock
Yeah.
Christmas. So literally, the people who sing Yacht Rock Radio do have Christmas albums, and they put
Right.
those together, and
Yeah.
it's called Yacht Rock Christmas. And then there's, Christmas in Hollis. There's,
What about a reggae Christmas?
Reggae Christmas is awesome. If you've listened to it,
No, I didn't.
you've never
No.
listened to Reggae Christmas?
No,
It's fantastic.
Okay, I'm gonna now.
You got to check out Reggae Christmas. It's fantastic. Because I think sometimes holiday music should be fun too.
Oh yeah, for
Right?
sure.
I mean, I do love the old school stuff. I mean, I really do. And maybe it's because it evokes so many great memories from growing up.
Absolutely.
Those type of things. But I do like, pop Christmas.
Right,
and I love
right.
country Christmas. Country Christmas is my favorite.
Is
by the
it?
way.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell.
yeah. Country Christmas is, when she's looking at my boots and my belt buckle. No, country Christmas is my favorite.
Okay.
So I love it. And I love even modern country Christmas. So I think if it can be fun, you can mix it up. It's real easy to do that now. So the audio is awesome. All right. What are the things do you think of when we think of Christmas or holidays? Because the one thing that happened here this year is we had a very late Thanksgiving.
Right. And so they're on
and
top
so
of each
they're
other.
really on top of each
Yes,
other
yes,
right now.
Yes.
And then we have, of course, a week later we do New Year's. Some people like to do a little bit of New Year's decorating, right?
Yeah.
And there's also traditions that I don't know how your house worked. January 2nd, all the stuff comes down.
Yeah, I'm usually tired of having extra stuff and to look at, and I'm ready to put it away by then because I'm late to drag it out, but I'm quick to put it away too, just because I want my house to go back to like feeling normal. I know some people love the feeling of their house at Christmas, and I'm just not one of those.
Well, some I know some people who say that it's February 1st. So they keep everything up till February 1st because they want that holiday feel.
Yeah.
I don't blame them for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a choice thing here. But it maybe you can talk about putting this stuff away. I know that we have went to the Container Store.
Yes.
And we've picked up different sized see-through plastic containers.
Right.
Because we don't always use everything.
Right. Yes. That's what I have to do is sort through bins up in the attic.
Yeah. So do you recommend that to get the see-through containers?
Absolutely. And take some tape and label it. It's just, even though they're see-through, you could still say like, this is, because I change my theme up every year. And so this year I'm doing a mixed metal. So it's gold, silver, bronze, and pearl. So it's very soothing on the eye, but I've done red and black. I've done all kinds. So I have all these different bins with different themes in the bins. And so I try to be as organized as I can. So each year, once I kind of get a feeling of what color theme I want to do, then I'll go upstairs and sort through the bins. But
is there a hot theme this year in 2024? Is there something that's a little bit, I mean, because I know like you'll walk through stores and you'll see themes of what seems to be hot right now. Growing up, it was always reds and greens, little blue,
very traditional,
right?
Yeah.
Now we've talked about this before in previous shows that there seems to be no holds bar. Is there a trend happening this year that you've noticed a little bit more?
Jewel tones. Yep. Burgundy instead of bright red, emerald instead of bright green. I've seen teal and purple, like the real jewel, anything jewel toned. And I've seen trees decorated fully with the jewel tones, and it is stunning.
Really?
It's beautiful. Yeah.
I would have never. I thought you were gonna give me the silver and gold. I had no idea it was gonna be jewel tones.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. And of course, I hate to admit this, but I haven't really been paying too closely attention to it. But now that you say it, I think you're right. I think I've been seeing a lot more jewel tones out there.
It follows usually the trends for Christmas follows the trends of the colors of the year.
Oh. So the trend for the year was
jewel tones.
Jewel tones. Is there any prediction of what?
I never know. I mean, I'm always fascinated by these, color trends, where they come from and what the inspiration and who's the decider, but I don't know.
I wonder
mean,
who's the
I don't
influencer.
know. It's not me.
It's not you?
No,
Okay.
it's
Well,
not
I'm
me.
pulling for you is actually doing it. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for sharing your insights.
Absolutely.
As always, it goes way too fast.
It does.
When
We have a lot of fun.
when we have a lot when we do this guy, and we're gonna have to do this again in future shows. Little things like this. I love it when you construct things that people can see. Tell people how they get a hold of you and take advantage of your knowledge and your creativity.
So you can reach me, Show Homes Raleigh. We're on Google. We're on Instagram, Facebook. Show Homes Raleigh. Yes, get in touch with me.
Yeah, Kristy Slater, Show Homes Raleigh.
Thank you.
Good morning, Katie Haynes. Thanks for tuning in. For us, Sergey Kessel, thank you so much. And everybody who watched us live, we appreciate you. You had a lot of choices. You chose us. We thank you for doing that. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Wherever you're listening to the show, you know what? Give us a 5-star positive review. We would love to hear from you. And if you got questions or if you like a show that you'd like to hear, let us know. We'd be happy to try to oblige you with coming up with the show. As I say to you all over the world, you know what that is. Ciao, everybody.